Welcome to another exciting episode of the KIMI KATO Show, where we explore the vibrant world of Japanese pop culture every week, and we dive into the colorful realms of Japan's music, anime, fashion, film, and cuisine. I am Kimmy's co-host. I'm Jeremiah, and here he is, Kimi Kato, your host. Hey, Kimmy,
Hello, Jeremiah.
how
Happy,
are you?
very
Am I
good.
happy? I'm really happy. You know why? It's Thanksgiving tomorrow, so I'm
Happy Thanksgiving.
I get to take a day off. Do you get to take a day off?
Yes, I take a couple of
Yeah,
days off actually.
perfect.
What are you doing?
Well,
What are you doing
I
with are you going to be with your family?
family, brother,
Yeah.
sister,
Mm,
my sister's boyfriend, my niece, my mom, and what am I going to do? I'm going to try to do as little as possible. And the couch is looking pretty inviting right now. And I'm putting together a list of movies and television shows that I should watch all day long. So if you got any um, recommendations for
suggestions.
me,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
please tell me.
Okay. I think I do. Um, so in the US, people gather for Thanksgiving, like family gathering, um, from all over the country. They come back, they meet the family. Um, does this happen during Christmas as well?
Yes, it
Or is it
does.
just
It
right?
does.
So it's
Yeah. It's
so you
almost
get to
like an exact, well, for our family, it's like an
right.
exact carbon copy of Thanksgiving.
Oh, cool. So you get to meet your family twice in 2 months, right?
Yes.
So do they go
And that
back
can
to back
be a
home?
good thing and a bad thing.
Could be,
Could be. Could
because
be. I'm not going to say what it if it is or not. It's a
right,
good thing. Sorry, what was
yeah.
your question?
No, no, that was my question. So because we in Japan we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Um, in Japan it's work as usual. It's like just like a regular week.
So there's
So.
nothing similar to it? No, not a
Mm-mm.
family meal or nothing, huh?
Not until the new year almost.
Let me ask you this, Kimmy. So Thanksgiving is a celebration of landing, basically, right on the shores of America,
Right,
and and that celebration of that, and the Pilgrims and the Indians and all
right,
everything that we know, right? All those
right.
traditions. In Japan, is there anything similar to that where settlers came in or they discovered Japan and there's some sort of celebration for that, like a day, almost like there's the Fourth of July here, which celebrates our independence. There's Thanksgiving, which celebrates our discovering the new country. Is there anything like that in Japan? That celebrates the settlement or the discovery of Japan?
I mean, yes, there's a National Foundation Day, maybe. Yes, I
Okay.
mean, not maybe. Yes, there is, but it's not. I don't think it's like I don't think there was a time where we found the land. I think we settled and we've been here for thousands of years.
Hmm.
But I don't think there was a time where, okay, this is our land. And it's almost like, but there is that. There is the National Foundation Day, which is February 11th in Japan, which is a national holiday.
Okay.
But other than that,
What
I don't,
happens on that day?
it's a national holiday, but nothing happens. It's,
Nothing, no, like
yeah,
family
no
doesn't
family
gather.
gathering. No, yeah, no family gathering. It's the family gathering in Japan would be the New Year's Eve and New Year's. It's like the New Year's is the most important holiday for family gathering.
Okay.
So maybe
Okay.
from like the 30th or the 31st until, and it goes on until like at least the third. And then maybe depending on the weekends, the work, no, regular week starts from like the 5th or the 6th, that kind of thing. Um, and then there's another time when Japanese family gather is the Obon, which is in the middle of summer, like the mid August, where we mourn and respect the dead, where the dead comes back to you
Hmm.
uh, and come visit you. So that's when families gather again. But other than that, not Christmas. Yes, Christmas, but not really Christmas. There's no Thanksgiving. There's not. I don't think there's Thanksgiving in
So,
England. I don't. I didn't experience Thanksgiving
no,
holiday.
and I know it's kind of it is an American thing, but sometimes it seems I've heard other countries because Americans have, live abroad or
Yeah.
they'll celebrate, other countries will celebrate maybe in unison or maybe just because, I don't know.
Mm.
I was just curious. So you answered my question. What's interesting, it sounds like there's two holidays a year where families gather together. In Japan,
Yes.
it's
Yes. Two times. The New
and that's the same
Year's.
here, really,
Yeah.
too.
But Thanksgiving and Christmas,
Christmas.
you kind of do
Yeah.
it in 2 months, and then
Yeah. Very
you
close
forget about the
together.
family. Yeah. It's interesting.
It is.
Well,
So we're talking about Christmas in
yes.
Japan today.
Yes, it's here now.
Can't
The
wait
most
to hear
wonderful
about.
time. Yeah, wonderful time of the year. Certainly for me, it's the season of festivity, joy, celebration. For many, it's time of family gathering. I think all over
Why
the
is it
world,
so
really.
special to you, Kimmy? You said for me, especially for me.
Well, it's just I love the winter season. And maybe not so much here. You don't get the winter season as much here in California, but up north, North California, you get snow. And I like snow. I like
Mm,
snow season. Now you might ask me why am I here in SoCal? But I love the four seasons in Japan and the winter season as it gets cold and and then the whole festivity season begins. And I love the kind of vibe where
the
people,
lights and
yeah,
the
festive lights and
festive.
yeah, it's just the time of joy. And so today's episode is about Christmas, and I wanted to talk about how we celebrate Christmas in Japan. But before we go into that, um, how, how do you celebrate Christmas in the United States? What's the typical traditional Christmas thing to do in the United States?
Well, now all of my family, and we've got a very small family, over the years. My dad has passed on, and my all my grandparents. So we're down to, I've got some cousins in Texas, but a couple cousins up in San Francisco. But other than that, everybody's in town, and the family that
That's
means
great.
something to me is, we're all within a mile or so of each other, a couple miles. So it used to mean that I would travel. I would travel home for Christmas or Thanksgiving, and it used to mean a lot of gift giving and
Gifts. Yeah,
shopping,
gifts.
right?
Gifts
Um,
giving.
one
Yes,
of
and
my
presents.
best
Yes.
Christmas memories was I always, on my bucket list, I wanted to shop on Fifth Avenue in New York for my family for Christmas. So I flew out there one Christmas and I did that. It brought all these gifts home. But it was about that. It was about one of my favorite Christmas memories was living in LA. And you could see the snow on the mountains there behind us in LA. And I lived in Santa Monica, and I had a girlfriend. I went and got a Starbucks sugary coffee something drink, Christmas drink with sprinkles and chocolate and I don't know what. And we drove up to the what's the up on the hill there where you can see there's all the houses that decorate, and it's like
Mm,
a 3 or 4 mile. You just drive around with everybody and you look at all the decorations up on the where the observatory is.
mm,
And that was
nice.
one of my favorite. But traveling home was usually what Christmas was about, and then just everybody getting together and enjoying each other.
Hmm. Right. Yeah. Well, Christmas in Japan is not the traditional religious holiday you'd see in the United States or Europe. Instead, it's more, again, I guess not instead, but it's festive, but
Hmm.
I guess it's more romantic and and fun-filled time. In Japan, Christmas is often associated with spending time with a romantic partner,
Hmm.
which
Interesting.
might, yeah, I think it's a unique cultural phenomenon. While Christmas is a typically family-orientated holiday in the US or Western countries, in Japan, plans with the partner often takes precedence over family gathering. So it's not about family. Yeah. Interestingly, in contrast, these with tradition overseas, where New Year's celebration may be often spent with romantic partners, I think. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
in Japan, however, as I mentioned, New Year's is usually for family and relatives. They all gather. And this creates an intriguing cultural reversal, I think, where the roles of Christmas and New Year's are essentially flipped between Japan and other countries, where Christmas isn't for family. Or it is, but it isn't. You know what I mean? It's not religious. It's kind of like it's just a festive celebration, and people kind of, it's more romantic. It's for couples. They
Couples.
go out
Okay. Okay. So what is it? Couples going out and
and yeah,
walking, holding hands and walking
yeah,
through the
yes,
lights and the city streets and the parks
right,
and
right.
then
It's
going out to good dinners and just
exactly.
appreciating each other.
Yes. So I'm going to go into that, but yeah,
Okay.
basically it's not about Christmas carols. Um and it's more about love and fun. So and because it isn't a national holiday, right? People go to work, people go to school on December 25th. I don't think you kind of you would feel that like you'd be like, "What? You go to work on the 25th of December?"
Mm.
It's like no, it's like any other day. And
Okay.
and also the focus isn't really on the 25th of December. It's more on the 24th, like Christmas Eve.
Mm.
So uh but yes,
Is
it's
that because of religion?
no, it's not about religion. It's
It's
more about
right. You said it wasn't about religion, but it is
yeah.
a religious holiday. I mean, in the story and all that of birth of
Yes.
Jesus, and
Right.
it,
Yes.
so this is a Jeremiah question for you, Kimmy, about
Hmm.
Japan. I have so
Yes.
many, I'm so curious, and I don't know a lot, but I'm learning through this show and through you.
Uh,
Is there uh, are Japanese religious? I have no idea. Is there
it's
a religion that's
yes. Yes. So
predominantly Japanese?
it originates from Buddhism, but there's Shintoism, which is
Okay.
where we believe that there's gods everywhere. There's gods
Okay.
within the trees, the gods in the mountains, the sky, the sea of God. So we believe that there's God everywhere. And Shintoism is our religion. But I think it's based on Buddhism, though.
Hmm.
I think it's derived from that, I think.
Okay.
But yes, so for Christmas in Japan, like all the stores are open on Christmas Day. So it's like a lively, bustling atmosphere in the city. Christmas is viewed as fun event rather than tied to religious beliefs. Um, so plans with romantic partners, friends take priority over family gatherings. Christmas Eve is more significant, featuring fancy dinners and reserving a nice hotel and it's a popular time for confessions of love, I guess, and proposals. Children typically receive gifts from Santa. Yes, yes, Santa Claus comes to Japan as well. And then,
Does
but
Santa Claus look like the traditional Santa Claus, or
oh
is
yeah,
there
oh
a
yeah, oh
different?
yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, oh yeah. So it's all about illuminations, like, couples go out to see the lights and decorations and Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yes, Kentucky
How
Fried
did,
Chicken. So, but before we go into that, you've seen incredible illuminations in cities. Like you might have seen photos or videos like in Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka. In fact, this is a tradition you'll see across Japan, where streets are glowing with lights, and like places like Roppongi or Kobe, Luminarie. These are world famous, stunning displays. Um, but yes, Japan is also all about Christmas cakes. And it's not like the Christmas cakes that you see in England or here. It's a beautifully decorated sponge cake with strawberries and whipped cream. So it's almost like a strawberry shortcake.
hmm.
Family pick them up at convenience stores and bakeries. But before we go into, we are going to take a quick break. can't start a Christmas episode without this song. We are going to go out with one of the best and the biggest Christmas song in Japan by the king of city pop, Tatsuro Yamashita. This is a song called Christmas Eve. Don't go away.
Kimmy,
Yes,
yeah, and by the way, you dropped that Kentucky Fried Chicken. You just teased us. I
yes,
hope you're going to follow up and explain what that meant.
absolutely. Of course,
Okay.
of course.
Okay.
You are
Follow.
listening to the Kimi Kato Show. Of course, I'm going to follow up.